Hey guys, so this is going to be kind of a short video today. It's kind of another mailbag video, but also sort of a mini review of a service called Buyee in Japan. If you're into retro games at all, like I am, and like I'm sure many of you are, there's been kind of a whole world across the Pacific that's been basically inaccessible to us for a long time until pretty recently. And the reasons for that are A, you generally need a Japanese address to ship to. B, you usually need a Japanese form of payment. And C, you need to kind of speak Japanese to communicate with some of these sellers. Now, there have been a lot of shopping services that can kind of handle a lot of that for you for a long time, but most of them are sort of one guy in his basement. They're not really reliable. They kind of come and go, and I've heard stories of some of these guys kind of absconding with payments and not sending stuff. So Buyee is a big company. They're a reliable service, and they also run Tenso, which provides you with a Japanese address. And if that's all you need, then you can just sign up with Tenso. You can order anything off any Japanese website, Amazon or whatever. They'll send it to your Tenso address, which is in Tokyo, and then they'll forward it to you from there. Buyee combines Tenso with a Japanese payment account and also with Japanese speaking buyers, so that they basically take care of everything. You buy stuff off Amazon, off Yahoo Auctions. All this stuff here is from Yahoo Auctions, and they'll pay for it. It gets sent to their warehouse. If you want, they'll repackage it for you, which, again, that's what's in here, and I'll show you how they package stuff for you. And then they'll send it on to you. It's very easy. They charge some pretty reasonable fees, I think, and you can then just shop through their site in English on Yahoo Auctions or whatever, and you have access to basically a whole other world now of Japanese retro games. So I just want to show you some of the stuff that I just got and also how they package it. Now, I have opened this box before. I haven't opened the individual items, but this is basically how it was originally packed, and I'll show you a picture of how it really was originally packed when I first opened it. But I think they do a pretty good job. Now, if you don't opt for this repackaging service, they can just ship stuff to you the way it was originally sent. This box here, I ordered the optional package consolidation, in which they'll take several packages and combine them into one, and also the protective packaging, in which they will take items out of the original box that it came in, the packaging box, not the original box, but the packaging box, and they'll put it into a new box with this thick bubble wrap that I really like. So let me take everything out of here. This is how it all looked basically when I got it. And this is 3 packages here. One of them is not a game, but I may as well show it to you anyway. So I'll show you what I got and how it was packaged. All of this stuff is going to make it into videos. That's why I bought it. So 3 items here. And what could they be? What is inside? Let's take a look. So already you can see what we've got here, and my guess is that this is how the original Japanese sellers packaged it. This is pretty typical for Japan, just everything in the kind of dollar store bubble wrap. And yes, you can buy this stuff at the dollar store for $1. So that's why everybody uses it. This is what Buyee uses. So obviously much better for overseas shipping. So here's everything fully opened up, and we have everything out, and you can see what everything is. This is the Nintendo Color TV Game 6. This is the first home console that Nintendo ever made, and both of these items will appear in future videos, but I do need to clean them up and make sure everything's working, obviously. Generally, when you buy things from Japan, if they're not listed as junk, they will be working, but this thing is extremely dirty. I don't even really want to touch it, so you'll have to wait to see more of that until later. And same with this. This is the Sega Sg-1000. You may have seen in my Japan trip haul video that I bought a Mark III on that trip. This is an Sg-1000. This would have been considered the Mark I. There also was an Sg-1000 Mark II. I'll probably skip that because if you do have a Mark I and a Mark III, you don't really need a Mark II. But I'm planning kind of a large-scale history of Sega game console video, and I really hope that actually happens at some point. It's going to be kind of a big undertaking, but this will be part of that if it ever happens. If not, it's definitely going to be used for some kind of video. These are kind of rare and hard to get. Again, all of this stuff bought on Yahoo auctions, and if you do that, you can generally save a lot of money. You can find these on eBay. Interestingly enough, a lot of Japanese private sellers now are starting to sell on eBay because they know a lot of Westerners are looking for this stuff. So certain items you can actually find more of on eBay than on Yahoo auctions, and I'm sure you can find an Sg-1000 on eBay, but you're probably going to pay about triple what I paid for this. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I paid for this, but it was a lot less than I've seen these for sale for in the United States. So even if you can find something on eBay, check Yahoo auctions anyway. You could potentially save hundreds of dollars. Certain things are only going to be available on Yahoo auctions even today. There are things that Japanese sellers haven't really caught on that Westerners want. Other things, you know, just may be still too much of a niche thing. This last thing that I got here, this is my favorite Japanese band, Scandal. You've probably, well, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen them, whether you know it or not. Yeah, I buy a lot of their stuff directly from Japan. This is their first ever CD. If you're looking for kind of an interesting take on hard rock music, definitely give them a try. This was their first EP ever back in 2008 on Kitty Records when they were an indie band before they got signed to Sony. Check them out. This is really hard to find, but you can find these songs on their later first CD, interestingly titled Best Scandal. But anyway, that's just for me. That's not going to appear in another video after this, but these two items both will. So watch for those pretty soon. And as far as Buyee goes, I'll just say I received this box about 2 days after they sent it, which is what you would expect. It's shipped by EMS. You can choose different options for shipping. I generally choose EMS because it's not that much more expensive and it's a lot faster and you get tracking. So got here really quick, was packaged really well. Again, I chose to have the protective packaging. I chose package consolidation. And I also chose inspection. So they looked at both of these items to make sure that they matched the auction description after they got them. If they don't, you can get a refund. So it's really very safe to buy from them. I don't want this to sound like a commercial for them, but it is. I've had very good experiences with them. This is not the first time I've done this through them. And I find them very reliable, very quick. I think their fees are very reasonable. And it's quite safe buying from them. I really recommend doing it. You can browse Yahoo auctions or other sites in English. They have an official deal with a lot of these sites, including Yahoo. So it's not some third-party thing. It's actually an officially sanctioned way of buying things in English, shipping to the United States through these websites. So go ahead and try them out. It'll open up a whole new world to you if you're into retro games. And that's about it for this video. You'll be seeing more of this stuff in later videos, and I will hopefully be seeing you watching those videos. So until next time, bye-bye.